start some science. So little birdie told me you guys have a science test on Friday, I've heard, okay? So today this is our plan for today. So we're gonna review the water cycle, which is what your test is on. Then we're gonna model the water cycle with some paper material so you can use it to study. And then we're gonna model the water cycle with some hands-on material. So we're gonna do a little kind of experiment. It's not sunny, so you might have to wait a few days for it to actually work, but we're still gonna go to do it. And then we're gonna do an exit ticket. You have a question, Isaiah?
Yeah. What is a model?
That is a good question. So a model is something that you can use to show, you can use it to show many things, but it's very helpful in science because sometimes it can be hard to see the water cycle happen. So a model kind of shows you the entire cycle without you having to, go outside and see it. Yes, Emma?
I forgot what an exit ticket.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, that was my question.
Okay, it's something that you just do at the end of the lesson. That's fine. Okay, so to start off, have you or your family interacted with the water cycle recently? So when I think about this question, I think about how I was at work last night and it was raining. So that would be precipitation. So Emma, what's your answer for that?
Me and my mom went outside in the rain and played in the puddles. And when we got inside, I got to do this experiment where we got this container, we poured water in it, and then put it next to a lamp. And we went back a couple hours later, and it was gone.
That's actually very similar to what we're doing today, but that's very cool. I like that. Did you have something to answer? No. Isaiah, what's up?
So I went to the beach and there was this puddle and it had sand in it and it dried up after the next day.
Okay, I like it. Anyone else? Savannah, you want to share something? No? Anyone else? Okay. So we're going to define these terms super quickly. I know you guys have been doing this for a week or two now, so you guys should know them. So we're going to review these really quickly and then we'll get into the fun stuff. Okay. Carlisle, you want to define one of them? You can choose which one.
Precipitation.
Precipitation, okay, what do you have for this one?
Precipitation, all the clouds get too heavy and then the rain. It starts
like
to come
that.
out of
So we'll say occurs when clouds get heavy. And we'll say they can release rain, sleet, snow, and hail. Alright, and so you want to give me another one?
condensation.
Okay, go for it.
Condensation is where it all forms the clouds and
So
it
we'll
all
say-
comes together.
Yeah, clouds are a very big part of it. So we'll say it's when water droplets cool on a surface. So when clouds form, all the water droplets kind of come together and they're cool and make a cloud. Okay, Emma, you want to do evaporation? Okay, that's
It's
cool.
when the rays from the sun heat up the water and the water turns into water vapor.
Ooh, I like how you used the word water vapor. That's really good. So heat, so it could be like, it was kind of like in the experiment that you did. So the lamp was a source of heat in that. So heat.
The lamp was the sun.
Yeah, so heat causes water to turn to vapor. Okay, so we have our three terms. So now we're going to take these terms. We're going to take these terms and we're going to make a model so you guys can use it to study. So we're going to take a paper plate and we're going to put condensation at the top, precipitation, evaporation. And I have some cutouts for you guys to glue, but you guys can draw the rain and stuff. And then of course we're going to write the definitions as well. So I'm going to pass this stuff out really quickly and then you guys can get started. Okay, so now we're gonna do our model. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna divide your plate into 3 sections. You can do it like this, or I saw some people kind of started, they just did like a straight line across, which is also okay. And then you're gonna write condensation, evaporation, precipitation. And then you can take the cotton balls that I gave you and glue them in condensation to represent clouds. And then you should have a tree cut out, which can go under precipitation, and then a little body of water as well. And then you can, draw whatever other things you want, but make sure you leave room for the definitions. I'm gonna rewrite these so you guys know what to put. If you have questions, ask me, and I will help you as well. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. I'm gonna go back. Actually, stay on here.
It's okay. Alright, now we need to glue our stuff. So,
Okay, so I'm glad y'all enjoyed that activity. So our question to link this back to the water cycle is how do the pictures and the layout of the plate help represent the water cycle? Someone other than Emma and Ansley. What about you, Brisa? So how did the pictures and the layout of the plate help represent the water cycle? So you're saying the clouds are represented by the cotton balls, right? So the pictures help put a visual image to what happens outside, okay? And then what about the layout of the plate? Ansley, what do you think?
It helps you visualize the whole water cycle, one piece at a time, so you know what happens, like it evaporates, and if it's clouds,
And also because it's circular, right? So the
Yeah,
circular
so like-
shows that it's a cycle.
yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so our next activity is we're gonna make a water cycle in a bag.
Nice.
So the results of this probably are not gonna be able to be seen until possibly Monday because it's like you need the sun to show on them. And it's rainy, so you may not be able to see the results until Monday. But essentially is you're gonna get a bag and you can draw kind of like a little like sun and some clouds on the top, and then the bottom is gonna be your water. So we're gonna fill it up with water, and just to make it fun, you can choose a food coloring color. And you can color the water, and then we're gonna tape them on the windows. And then when it's sunny, something's gonna happen in the bag, but we'll have to wait and see. So
What happened to the bag?
we'll have to see.
Can you choose two colors to mix it to make
Sure.
Oh, that's
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pass out the bags, and you guys can use your Sharpies to draw on these bags.
No, I'm not using no.
Okay, so now that we're done, we've hung our bags up. Y'all look like y'all had a lot of fun doing that. So we're gonna answer I was gonna do a sheet of paper, but it's okay, we can just do it verbally because tomorrow we're not even probably gonna be able to see the results. Anyway, so first question, what do you think is gonna happen to the water in the bag? Allison?
I think it's gonna change color.
Change color? Okay, what about you, Paula?
I think it's gonna be gone.
Okay. Maria?
I think it maybe will just will be not no water, there'll be just drips of it.
Just drips? Okay, Emma?
I think there's two possible things. It
Okay.
may evaporate, or it may stay in the bag because it's closed and water can't just go through the bag.
Okay.
It could evaporate or just stay, or maybe just stay in the bag, not disappear.
Okay, Ansley?
I think over a couple of days,
Okay.
it'll get smaller and smaller and smaller until there's no more water left.
Okay, I like those. Those are all different. I like the color changing one. I wouldn't have thought of that. All right, the second one. How do you think the bag and the window work together to simulate the water cycle? So we don't know what's going to happen, but how do you think the window and the bag are going to work together to simulate it? Do you want to answer this one, Brisa? Do you want to answer, Austin? Okay, Okay, Allison, go ahead.
It's gonna make it lighter.
Okay, yeah, so the window is gonna be producing light eventually. I mean, not right now, it's pouring rain, but eventually the window is gonna bring in light and maybe some heat potentially. And then the bag is, I mean, the bag holds the water, but the water in the bag is probably gonna, something's gonna react with the heat, right? So now we're gonna close out our lesson. I think that's it. So I have an exit ticket for you guys. I just want you to write one thing that you learned